In today's Swift tutorial, we're going to talk about comparison operators. Comparison operators compare values on either side to either return a true or false, a boolean to us. We usually use these in like if statements. Um, if something's true, and then do something. If it's not true, then do something else. And that's where you'll usually see comparison operators. So in today's tutorial, we're going to go through the 6 comparison operators, and I had to think about that one for a second, count in my head, and and we're going to use if statements with them to show you what they really do. I know you haven't really covered if statements, so if I'll explain it when we go through it, but if the statement is true, then it runs the first block of code. If it's not true, it runs the second block of code. We're only using if and else statements. We're not going any further than that. So let's take a look at the first one. Let's do create a constant. So we're telling Swift, hey, we're creating a constant, and the label or name is going to be A, and we're going to give it 1. And we'll create another constant, B is equal to 1. Alright, so the first comparison operator we're going to talk about is equal to. So A is equal, and the two equal signs say, this is a comparison operator here, it says equal to B. And then inside the first block of code, if this statement is true, it's going to run whatever's in here. So I'm going to put a print statement, and I'm going to say they are equal. Alright, and then down here we'll do else. So if it's false, it runs this block of code. That's what else is for. And so it's going to say, we're going to say print they are not equal. Alright, so if this was false, it would say it's not equal. But in this case, it says it's equal. Alright, so what happened here? We'll run an if statement, so don't focus too much on that because we will cover if statements fully shortly here. But we're saying A is equal to B. So the values are equal. So if you replace A here with 1 and replace B with 1, since that's what they're representing, it's 1 is equal to 1. Alright? And it's true. Swift returns true to us, so it runs the first block of code. And it prints they are equal. Now if this was false, like say this was 0, and this was false, then it would run the second block of code and the else here, and it would say they are not equal. Alright. So let's do another one. We'll do an if statement here. We'll just say A is not equal, which is an explanation and an equal sign, saying not equal to B, and we're going to print they are equal. And then our else statement will say print they, oops, oh that happened, they are not equal. Alright, so this is going to run, and what we're saying here is if A, or A is representing the integer 1, is not equal, so the exclamation point and equal signs, and not equal operator, comparison operator, to B, which is 1, then run the first block code. Well, this is false because they are equal, so this actually returns false, so it's going to skip this first block of code and go to the second block of code and run that, and it says they're not equal. Alright, so the not equal comparison operator. Let's create 2 more constants. Let C equal 4 and let D equal 2. Then we'll run another if statement, if, and this is going to be a greater than, so C greater than D, do something. So we're going to say print and we're going to say greater than, and then we'll run our else. So if it's not true, it'll do this, print less than. Alright, so if C is greater than D, so C is representing 4, so 4 would be here, and this symbol here says greater than. Remember back in like grade school, the mouth eats the greater number. So this is true, because D is 2, it's going to run the first block of code in our if statement, and it says greater than. So that one's pretty simple. We can do, let me say this is greater than, less than. So let's run another one. If C is less than D, do something. So we'll do print, and we'll say greater than. And then we'll do our else statement, and we'll say print less than. So we're asking this one, the less than statement, is C less than D? Well, C is 4 and D is 2, so we're going to it's going to return to us C is less than D. Alright, so this is the less than operator, the one that has the mouth open to the right. And our last two are greater than equal to and less than equal to. So let's see what constants we have up here. We'll use A and B this time. They're A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1. So we'll do greater than and equal to. And if A is greater than equal to B, do something. So we're going to say print greater than or equal. Alright, and then our else statement, we're going to do something else if this returns false, and we'll say print, and we'll just say false. Alright, so if A is greater than or equal to B, which in this case it is, A is equal to 1, and B is equal to 1, it's going to return greater than or equal to. So C, greater than or equal to. If this statement was false, if we used, let's say, C here instead, C equals 4, it's going to return something else to us, and it's going to say false. Alright, so it's comparing them. And what you need to remember when going through these, if you're using an if statement, the first one, it always runs the first block of code if it's true, and it will run the next block of code if it's false, if you're using else. Alright. Well, like I said, we'll cover if statements shortly. And then we'll do less than and equal or equal to, not and, equal to. So this one we'll do if A is less than or equal to B, do something. So we'll say print, and I'm just going to say true because this is a true statement. Else print, this is a false statement. Alright, so A and B both equal 1, so is A less than or equal to B? Yes, it is. It prints true. Alright, so if we change A to C, if C is less than or equal to B, print true, else print false. Well, in this case, it's false because C is greater than B. So that is comparison operators in Swift. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The main things you gotta remember is the operators themselves. So the two equal signs is equal. The exclamation equal sign is not equal. The caret to the left with the mouth to the left is greater than. The caret to the right with the mouth to the right is less than. The caret and the equal sign with the caret's mouth to the left is greater than or equal to. And the caret with the mouth to the right, opening up, and the equal sign is less than. So this right here is pretty much it for comparison operators. And they always return a Boolean, so if it's true, it returns true, and if it's false, it returns false. Pretty simple. So don't forget to like our video. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions or concerns. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day.